Welcome to the day shift operational briefing for August 8th, 0700 hours to 1900 hours. Thank you for being here. A couple of things, cell phones are working pretty well now, so please silence those. Number two, if you got a radio, if you have to monitor a radio, please do so in a way that doesn't distract others and keep sidebar conversations to a minimum. What I'd like to do early, first thing out of the chute, is take a briefing for the current situation from Night Ops.
Good morning, everyone. So we had a really good night last night. You left us with a lot of good work that you did the day before, everything held that you put in. So Alpha Bravo, Charlie, all around the hill coming up, no issues in there. Maybe some stuff a little bit interior that we could track down during the daylight hours would be nice. Echo and Yankee, they got up there and pumped a little bit of hose that you guys put in there yesterday, worked on that and secured and what line you did put in. Going down into Yankee in the bottom, down in there in Zulu, went in there and continued to secure and add some line in there in the bottom and continue mopping up through there along the structure. So everything around the fire was pretty uneventful for fire behavior wise, but looked real good. Good work yesterday. Thank you.
Okay, if you can turn to the page, the 202 page, the incident objectives have relatively stayed the same except for one minor change. Under the management objectives, we have added the initiation of a damage inspection process. You'll see those folks out in the field today doing some damage inspection work. Let's go to weather.
Is it going to work? Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Incident meteorologist Jim Dudley with your weather for today. So the main difference between today and yesterday, I know we have some new folks out here, is the inversion is going to break by late morning. I say between 10 a.m. and 1100 hours today. It's drier up on the ridges, drier aloft today. That's one difference we've had the last couple of days. So given that, with the inversion breaking, drier conditions aloft, and with a warming pattern continuing up, maybe 2 or 3 degrees warmer than yesterday, and humidity's trending down into maybe some upper teens this afternoon in a few places. The warmer and drier pattern is continuing. One good thing is the winds around here, totally terrain-driven winds. They'll start going up slope, up canyon here in the next couple hours, and then they'll gust to around 12. And then usually what happens here in the afternoon is things kind of shift around to the west and even the northwest in the late afternoon as the flow starts to come up from the San Joaquin Valley. So anyway, all in all, the main weather thing for today is warmer, drier, terrain-driven winds. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Nick Elmquist, Fire Behavior Analyst for Team 15. This type of country and this fuel type, once you get line in it, it's not really conducive to hold heat for multiple burn periods. So for all your guys' good work, you got to really pinching off the majority of heat on this fire. There is still some potential on that southeast corner and some of those drainages with slope and fuel above it, but anticipate pretty minimal fire behavior on the fire today. With that being said, it's mid-August and we are in the Kern Valley. It's a Saturday. You heard the IMED, it's warmer, drier, a little bit more unstable air mass. We're in fire country, so if we were to get a new start, expect rapid rates of spread, and you're gonna have to be aggressive to pin it down with aircraft to probably be successful. And that's true if something were to get outside of this fire, but don't anticipate that. Continue up the good work. If you guys take some weather obs, get it back to us at the end of the shift. We'll be able to dial in a little bit more accurate spot weather for you. Guys have a safe shift. Thank you.
Okay, operational assignments next. You'll see an additional division, so pay close attention.
Thank you. Good morning. Mike Milkovich, Operations. I'm doing the planning. Our planning trainee is Scott Krasnick. I'd like to introduce your operations team. Operations, or the field operations, Stephen Fillmore. Got Stephen there. Hey, sorry, I looked the wrong way. His trainee is Joe Tiso. Joe, where you at? There you go, Joe. Going through our divisions. AB, Corey Stowe. Charlie, Brian Elm. Echo, which is the new division that you're seeing up there. It is where Y used to be as we've expanded. So Tom Hemmerich, his trainee is Nick Cleary. Division Yankee is Chris Linane. Chris, raise your hand up. There you are. Zulu, Eric D'Amico. IA, Harold Keeby. There you are, Harold. We have a contingency group that's working it now. Robert Solomie. Robert has a trainee, John Lang. He's not with us right now. For the good of the order, before I go, we have a message for you. That message is while you are in town, so in this area, all service water tenders and engines are to fill at the hydrant on the Lake Isabella Boulevard across from the fire station. It's just down here. The hydrants at the ICP, as an example, are potable trucks only. So the only place we get water is at the hydrant at the fire station in town, or if you're portable, you can use the one here at the ICP. That goes for everyone. The water sources out in the field remain available. Hey, great work yesterday, and we're going to continue it today. So as we look, we are in patrol status for AB. Charlie has some mop-up work. They're doing good work in there. They're going to do heat and our missions of seek and destroy on heat sources and get those smokes out and improve that line as we go over. Echo had wonderful work yesterday. They're turning the corner up at the top in this area. Lines are pushing in towards the break. We're going to continue that good work today. The real horsepower is on the east side of this fire with the new Yankee, not the new division, but the new area Yankee is working in. We're going to turn the corner and pinch those down. I thought that was going to take us a number of days, and the crews out there are optimistic that that work is going to get done in a much shorter amount of time. That's where the effort is. That's where the priority is, to button up that east side. Zulu, good work down below. We've got those lines around the houses and the dozer lines in. We're improving, mopping up, taking care of business down there as well. So we're real excited about the effort that has happened, what's going to happen today, that we can button this up. If you have questions, we'll be over to the side here. Any unassigned resources, or if you have a question about where you're at, come see us up front. Thank you.
They're working on some microphone stuff there. John Crotty, Air Operations, Team 15. Today we'll have Helco and one air attack for supervision up there. Not anticipate any of the fixed wing coming in for any needs. 5 Type 1s, 5 Type 2 helicopters, 1 Type 3 out of our helibases. Keep an eye on those aerial hazards. There's nothing wrong with always getting a shout out to the pilots, keeping focus. There's lots of distractions out there. They may not see the lines that you're seeing, so help them out as best you can. Have a safe shift.
Morning, everybody. Rick Bertram, Safety. Just a real quick little story this morning in the spirit of kind of what we're looking for. This morning about 5:15, somewhere in there, I walked down to get coffee, kind of stumbling, dragging myself, not paying attention to anything. I get down there, I'm kind of close. I see a guy walking away from it. I'm kind of disappointed. I think I know who it is, but it wasn't. And he gets close to me, and I focus on his mask. It's like, oh my gosh. It was back at my desk, 150 yards away. Well, immediately, this is my mask, because I'm not walking 150 yards back. And I walk up to the coffee, and somebody taps me on my shoulder. Well, it's a guy, he hands me a mask. He goes, I always have a spare. He goes, here, it's yours. That's kind of the spirit what we're looking for here. That's a team. And whoever that was awesome. Thank you. So, definitely changes today, as you heard from plans. There are some resource kind of people out there looking at, what needs to be repaired, repair people. There's also people doing structure assessments, so let's kind of be heads up for them. There's also, Jeremy from the forest said yesterday or last night, there's 20,000 extra people here right now. 20,000 in a small area on these roads, so heads up for that. Also got some horses running around now. We've taken out a bear, a cow, so kind of watch out for the horses. So, I mean, it's my job, but I'm always wondering about safety and accidents. And I was wondering, I mean, how did that happen? What, you know, not lessons learned, but I mean, really in real life, what happened? What led to it? Were they negligent? Were they hasty? You know, I don't know. And I was wondering, would I have done that? And better yet is if there's somebody standing there with them, did they kind of, whoa, what's going on? And they didn't say anything because they didn't want to get blown off. They didn't want to get ridiculed. So those things end up sometimes very tragic. And that's the last thing we want is somebody getting hurt. You know, and kind of a perfect example is you'll be with a group of people and you ever notice they start bending on something? You see people take 2 steps back, but nobody says anything. Now, most of the time it works out, but sometimes it doesn't work out. And that's kind of the moment I really want to point out is instead of taking 2 steps back, stop, take a step forward, interject. You have an opinion, bring it up. So as supervisors and leaders, it's our job to make sure everybody's safe, till everybody goes home. So we need to interject. We need to encourage participation. We need to solicit their opinion without ridicule. And not to get more hands on the knife. You know, we actually want their opinion. Even though if you're a 15, 20-year firefighter, I guarantee that 1 or 2 year firefighter's thinking of something maybe you're not. So I've kind of said over the years, try to encourage them if they see something, say something. If they have a thought, a question, a point to make, bring it up. You guys have a safe shift. Thanks.
Good morning. My name is Glendon Chan. I'm the Communications Unit Leader Trainee for Team 15. So there's just one small communication change for today. Since Division Echo was added, they will be sharing the TAC with Division Yankee, and that's R5 TAC 4. It should be number 15 on the comm plan on the 205. And also, another announcement is that after briefing in the morning and the PM briefing, there will be cloning over in front of the cross communications trail. Thanks so much.
Are we using that one? Apparently we're using it.
Yeah, good morning, everybody can hear me. So, Tom Stokesbury, California Team 15 PIO. If you turn to your IAP, we have a insert that has a QR code. So if you guys are not comfortable coming to briefing, you can actually live stream this briefing in the mornings now, along with your crews. You can also live stream any other updates that we do throughout the day. We also have an email set up that's stagecoachfire@gmail.com. You can send pictures, videos, or any kind of questions to there. And again, some evacuations have been lifted. So areas 1 and 3 have been lifted. So you're going to see an influx of people in that area. Just be aware of that. And area 2 Alpha has been downgraded to precautionary. So just be aware of those extra people in your areas. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, guys. Ty Johnson with the medical unit, also known as the COVID mitigation guy. Just a couple of quick things. We have a medical tent that is now set up past the entrance